Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how Ahmed Best refused his redemption moment in Star Wars, or what he feels like his the Star Wars moment that gave him redemption. So let's give this a read, shall we? Because I'm really interested, because I don't think Ahmed Best deserved the hate they got for playing Jar Jar Binks in the prequels. I think he deserves more love, more respect than he actually got while the prequels were the new trilogy. And then people who came after him and Jake Lloyd for essentially how Jar Jar and Anakin were portrayed, I don't think they're real fans. At least not in the way that, like, it's okay to criticize, but it's never okay to, like, literally go after someone. In a way, like, fans did for both Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best. Because it got to the point where Ahmed Best considered deleting himself. I'm happy he didn't, but I totally blame the fans who drove him to that moment just for playing a freaking role. If anything, you guys should have had put that energy into George Lucas, because he is the one who made the character. And even then, that's still wrong, in my opinion. But anyways, let's give this a read, shall we? The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4 marked a pivotal point in Star Wars history. Not only did it provide us with some much needed answers of Baby Yoda, or Grogu is his technical name, namely, how exactly he was able to escape the Jedi Temple during Order 66. But it also amounted to the transformative full circle moment of Star Wars cast member Ahmed Best. Best first joined the Star Wars world back in the 90s as the original voice and motion capture actor for Star Wars character Jar Jar Binks. This broke new ground in terms of CGI, with new software having to be developed in order to capture Best speaking and interacting with other cast members as Jar Jar. But upon the Phantom Menace 1999 release, it soon became apparent that Jar Jar was widely unpopular character, with vitriol towards Best only increasing in more prequel trilogy movies were released. Even now, the Phantom Menace isn't high on anyone's priorities when watching the Star Wars movies in orders. I actually had I think it was my person I had on the last time in my interview series, where they said that the Phantom Menace is their favorite Star Wars film. And that's okay, I can respect that. The Phantom Menace is definitely not my favorite. But I can respect that. I can honestly respect that. My favorite Star Wars film is kind of a tie between two. It's Revenge of the Sith, because it's the Star Wars movie that got me into Star Wars. But Return of the Jedi, because I do like how it's so, like, the whole Darth Vader redemption arc, and how much Luke loved his father. If I just choose one to be my all-time favorite Star Wars film, it has to be Return of the Jedi. Anyways, Best, in an interview with The Guardian, Best recounted how the widespread hate campaign quickly extended to him receiving death threats. His phone number had been leaked, and even considered, off himself. He said, "It was terrible. It was the lowest I've been in my life." And again, anyone who gave Best death threats, they're not real friends. They were in the wrong, and I feel like they knew it. And whoever leaked his number out, I feel like they're even more in the wrong than the people who gave him death threats. Because I feel like they gave his number out just to spite him. Just because they disliked him as Jar Jar. Like, they disliked Jar Jar. And I'm not going to argue that, okay, maybe you guys should like every single character in every single movie. I'm not going to argue that. Because everybody has the right to like or dislike who they want. Whether it's real life or movies or content that we have. But, come on, guys. Whoever, leaked his number out, whoever used his number to send him death threats, you guys are fucked up and you guys can go to hell. Best didn't deserve that. He was paid to do his job. And, admittedly, I was 3 at the time when The Phantom Menace came out. But if I was the age I am now back then, and if I heard one of y'all called Ahmed best and gave him death threats, I would have slapped the shit out of you. No joke, I would have slapped the shit out of you because there's no excuse for that whatsoever. I'm typically not a violent person. I don't put my hands on anyone typically, but that will be one of the few exceptions. Because there's no excuse why you should call someone to give them death threats, to give them hate, especially for hate for a role that they did, to doing their job. Take the hate, take the criticism towards their bosses, and keep the death threats out, because making death threats to anyone and excessively leaking said person's number makes you weak. So again, to everyone who gave Ahmed best death threats, and the person who leaked out his number, I hope you rot in hell. I genuinely do. And I hope you have explosive diarrhea while you're still alive on multiple occasions. Because what you guys did to Ahmed best was completely unfair. And if it happened to one of your family members, I am assuming that you guys have a heart and actually care about your family, you guys will be equally pissed off as I am. And Ahmed best isn't even related to me. And I'm even extremely pissed off at you guys for the poor, shitty treatment, the hell that you guys put that poor man through. Which is why, when he returned, it was extra special for me. Which is why Caloran Beck, being the Jedi Ahmed Best portrayed in that Star Wars game show and Mandalorian Season 3, is my third favorite Force user / Jedi. My first favorite Force user is Luke, then comes Ahsoka, then comes Ahmed Best. Ahmed Best is partially out of spite for those assholes who put Ahmed Best through hell. That said, ranting over. Sorry for the rant. Let's keep going. 20 years on from his first appearance in The Phantom Menace, Best was given a standing ovation by fans at Star Wars Celebration 2019 and was cast as an in-universe Jedi Caloran Beck the following year to host a Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge game show. These were the first few steps in the long overdue wave of appreciation for Best's contribution to the Star Wars universe, but his redemption, as it has come to be known, was truly cemented in March 2023. This was when flashback scenes in The Mandalorian revealed that Bex heroically saved fan favorite Grogu from annihilation, making him the Jedi and best and even more integral part of the Star Wars canon. And Best said, quote unquote, it felt really good. As an artist, I lost my confidence for so many years, but The Mandalorian gave me the affirmation of, you were always doing the right thing. It wasn't you. I want to meet Ahmed Best so bad. If, for example, if I go to C2E2 next year, right? and Ahmed Best is there. If I choose a media Ahmed Best, Mark Hamill Mark Hamill I'm a fan of because he portrayed my favorite Jedi. James Arnold Taylor, who's my favorite voice actor. Steve Amell, who's played Oliver Queen in the Arrowverse, or any other people like even Peter Laird, who's the other co-creator of the Ninja Turtles, was I met Kevin Eastman in March of this year. I would meet those other people if Ahmed Best was there. I will pay my ticket, no matter how high the price was, just to meet the man, so I can give Ahmed Best a hug. Because I want to give him a hug, apologize to him, even though I wasn't part of it, but I want to apologize to him for the hell some of the Star Wars fans put him through. And after I give him a hug, shake his hand just to thank him for his contribution to Star Wars. Not only as Jar Jar Binks, but as Coloring Beck and that one guy in the cantina in episode 2. Because both him and Anthony Daniels had a cameo outside of their respective roles in Attack of the Clones. When Anakin, it was Obi-Wan who, I believe, cut off Sam Riso's hand. And we saw Anthony Daniels and Ahmed Best in that scene, not as Jar Jar or C-3PO. So, my point is, Ahmed Best played 3 characters: Jar Jar Binks, a random dude in a Coruscant Cantina, and Coloring Beck. So, like I said, I want to give this man a hug, apologizing to him for the hell that he had to go through with some fans. And I want to shake his hand, thanking him for his contribution to Star Wars, especially coming back to play Coloring Best. He didn't have to. He could have said fuck Star Wars for how much hate I got. So I want to shake the man's hand. Anyways, let's continue. Best roller coaster relationship with the Star Wars franchise and fandom is at the center of a new podcast titled... Hold on. There we go. Entitled The Redemption of Jar Jar Binks. But when it comes to the idea of redemption, Best told The Guardian that he has a very special vision in mind. I don't feel like Jar Jar Binks or I need redemption. I'm looking at it as our redemption, as the people who love Star Wars. The truth is, Best couldn't be more right about this. As we explained in our opt, the people who should be seeking redemption are the ones who made his life misery in the first place. And I 110% agree with this. I 110% agree with this. Especially since he didn't deserve it. So I will die on this hill saying that he did not deserve it, and I agree with that statement. Which, again, I like to read it again to make this point even more heard if you guys didn't hear it the first time, or hear it again. The people who should be seeking redemption are the ones who made his life a misery in the first place. Amen! Fucking Thank you. Sorry, I get really passionate about this type of shit. Anyways. So the next 2 paragraphs of this article is irrelevant. Okay. But yeah, like I said, thank you. I love that last line, which I will say it one more time. The people who should be seeking redemption are the ones who made his life a mystery in the first place. All the people that gave him hell, unnecessary hell, or the people who gave him death threats, and the person, especially the person who leaked his number. Again, I'm not taking away from people who gave him death threats because they were in the wrong, very much in the wrong, and they should be on their knees, bowing down, begging for forgiveness, right? But more so, the person who leaked his number, because if the person who leaked his number didn't do that, he wouldn't have gotten any of the death threats that he got. So fuck those people who gave him death threats, and fuck the person who leaked his number. They're assholes. They're cowards, and they're not real Star Wars fans. I hate to be with those type of people that says, "Oh, you're not a real fan," because I feel like there's too many people on the internet that says that if you like something or dislike something, you're not a real fan of this property. I don't know that. The only times when I say that you're not a real fan is if you go after the actor for their characters. If you send that person's actor who did that character hate simply because you dislike their character, you're not a real fan. And you can suck my left nut. And I'm not joking. You can suck my left nut. Anyways, I love how Ahmed Best has returned to Star Wars. Like I said, he didn't have to. He didn't have to return. And I think everyone would have understood if he didn't want anything to do with Star Wars after the hell he had to go through with as Jar Jar in the prequels. But I have to say, when I saw Jar Jar and not Jar Jar, Ahmed Best in Mandalorian, I was saying, Jar Jar! Even my father looked at me and said, I could tell my father was looking at me like, are you feeling okay? And I don't think my father really understood why I was so excited to see Ahmed Best. Because my father isn't my father will watch Star Wars with me just because he knows I'm a big fan of Star Wars, especially the Lucas era of Star Wars more than the Disney era. So I think my brother will understand, and my sister maybe. But I think my brother will understand the most of my family because he was once a Star Wars fan, but still I'm happy for Ahmed Best. I wish nothing but the best for him. He seems like a really nice, amazing dude. And again, if I ever have the chance to meet him, I'm going to take it. Of course, if he allows me to, of course. I'm going to give him a hug, give him a handshake. The hug is as a way for me saying I'm sorry for all the hell that you caught, all the hell that you've been through, portraying as Jar Jar Binks. Handshake is thank you for all they've done in Star Wars. And not only Star Wars, but thank you for being the amazing person that you are. That said, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.